different.
In the time we've
question.
got left, I wanted to ask you about Syria, because about Syria, with all the work, all your efforts, indefatigable, 5 years, so many people dead, displaced, millions, the suffering. Russia, the game changer, a year and some months ago, entering with no warning, even 24 hours after meeting personally with President Obama, Vladimir Putin's, planes are flying over Syria for the first time, no warning at all to us. The Russian role has been so devastating, really, in propping up Assad at a critical juncture. Any regrets? You expressed some that were heard on an overheard audio to some of the opposition leaders. Any regrets that we did not arm the rebels sooner, when there might have been a better opportunity?
Well, again, Andrea, I'm going to have a lot of opportunity to be able to sort of look back and digest what choices might have been made. I'm not going to do it now, except to say to you,
it's been widely reported you argued for it.
Except to say to you very clearly that I'm proud of all the efforts that we made to try to lead people to a peaceful resolution. And in fact, the only solution to Syria will be a peaceful agreement along the lines of what we laid out in the course of the International Syria Support Group and the several communiques that we issued and the United Nations resolution which we passed, 2254. Those will be the basis of whatever happens if they get there. Now, I believe there's an exhaustion setting in. Sometimes timing is everything in these kinds of negotiations. And I believe that there is a possibility over the course of the next year that the parties could come to the table and find a way forward. It will be on a different plane of leverage, a different kind of outcome than some people might have anticipated. But I think there may be possibilities of trying to move forward. We will continue to encourage that. I will encourage it from the outside, not as Secretary of State, because there is no military solution to the problem of Syria. Now, when President Putin came in, he came in partly to prop up Assad, but also because ISIL, Daesh, was gaining huge ground. The radical extremists were gaining huge ground against Assad, and Assad was in a very fragile position. And so together, I think Iran and Russia decided they had to prop him up and save him from the possibility that the extremists might, in fact, take over the country. And I will say to you, that was not something that we weren't also concerned about at the time, that there was a gaining foothold of al-Nusra and Daesh in their ability to push towards Damascus, push through, and the regime was on its heels. Did Putin make an enormous difference in that? Yes, together with Iran and Hezbollah and the entities that basically overwhelmed some of the force available to the opposition. But that doesn't end the war. Nothing that he has done is in fact going to obviate the need to get to Geneva, to have, or Astana, wherever it's going to be, and have a real negotiation that resolves the political differences between the people that Assad has oppressed and killed and tortured and driven out of their homes, and the possibility of a future Syria that is united and hopefully stable and peaceful. That's a hard road to get to still, no matter what Putin has done. And he's going to need the international community not only to achieve that, but ultimately to figure out how you're going to rebuild this country that has been absolutely devastated